Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
This is your daily reminder that decentering men from your life is a daily practice. Decentering male approval.
Okay, this is such a beautiful, beautiful video, and it got me thinking about the ways that I am currently trying to practice in order to decenter men. And something that I realized is that it can be fairly easy to have this external approach where you don't focus so much on your dating life and you get off dating apps. But it's a whole other thing when you try to address it internally. And one of the things that I am very curious to discover is what fills up the space that centering men is currently taking up. Because something that happens to me a lot is that my autopilot is being very aware of my appearance, and not just how I dress or how I do my makeup or how I do my hair, but small things like my posture and how I speak and my gestures. Like, it's the male gaze on steroids.
What is? I'm so lost right now, and I've listened to that last part maybe 10 times. Your autopilot is like the male gaze, and you speak with your hands. Fix that and maybe think about decentering men later on. But maybe that first TikToker that made the first video was making more sense.
This is your daily reminder that decentering men from your life is a daily practice. Decentering male approval, male attention, our internalization of the male gaze, like all of it is a daily practice, and some days are a lot easier than others. Forgive yourself. It's the water we're swimming in. And decentering men from your life it feels like you're constantly swimming upstream.
No, I was completely wrong, she didn't. Here's an idea for the both of you. Cause anyway, you're both safe. It's not like men are forming a line to be with you. If you don't want to deal with men, don't deal with men. If you don't want to deal with the male gaze, then don't worry about the male gaze. The three of us right here, we're just tiny dots on the bigger scheme of things. We are not that important. No one cares about any of you or me. But here's the secret though. The more you worry about men and how to live your life decentering them, the more pathetic and sad your life is gonna be. Worry about yourself and no one else. And when you do, you won't feel the need to decenter anything.
Something that really annoys me is society's obsession with humbling women. Like, the second you dare to like yourself a little bit, it's you're really not all that, or wow, you're so self-obsessed. Like, who am I supposed to be obsessed with? You?
Well, obviously, I'm amazing. How do you move though from not a wife material, those exact words that guy left in that comment, to the society trying to humble you? Society doesn't care about you because the society as a whole doesn't even know you exist. Once again, one other TikToker that thinks she's so much important than she actually is. You're not all that, you're self-obsessed. That was just one guy stating his preferences. For him, you're not wife material. It's got nothing to do with society. Go ask society what your name is and then try not to cry when you realize you're not all that.
I totally get that some people are happy in relationships, right? But the one thing I will say, as a single person, when I buy a bottle of wine, I get to drink the whole bottle of wine. People in relationships, it's like, oh, me and Jason are having a bottle of wine tonight. You've got to share, though. You know, that seems like a loss. A financial loss. A wine loss. I don't get it.
Yeah, I bet you don't. When you buy a bottle of wine, you get to enjoy the entire bottle of wine. But if you did have a man and your man comes home, he might even come home with 2 bottles of wine because you enjoy an entire bottle of wine. And wait, because there's more. He would have paid for both bottles. But no, you're right, you win.
In your 30s, I believe that 1.5 years is the deadline on when you should be proposing to someone. This is my opinion. What is my dog doing? This is my opinion. And that is because you really want to get engaged on the upswing when things are still amazing. You don't want to hit the la 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 la. Ooh, he's not proposing. What's happening? I'm stressed. You don't want to hit that. You want to be proposed and engaged around the 1.5 year mark.
You think, you want, you feel. Just out of curiosity, what do you hear when they say it takes two to tango? Does that statement make sense every time or just when it pleases you? You want to be proposed and married after 18 months. I really don't care what you want, because that's kind of how it goes. I'm the one doing the proposing and you're the one who unfortunately gonna have to wait for the proposal. You also started your video with in your 30s you believe you should be married after 18 months. How about in your 20s? It should take longer, less time, or is it that your 20s is not for getting married? I know it makes no difference because you're not in your 20s still. I was just curious. Also, out of curiosity, what happens after 18 months? If he still hasn't proposed to you, you do what? Break up? Because obviously there's no way for you to force him into proposing. You're gonna be willing to throw a relationship away because the 18 marks has passed, or are you gonna stick around until he's ready to propose to you? And maybe, wild idea, prove to him that you deserve to be his wife.
Well, I did it again. I got attached to someone who's supposed to be a fling. And even knowing that that won't work out, I still want his attention. And I end up waiting by the phone for him to text me, which only ends up hurting myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I honestly love being single so much because, I don't even have to pretend like I have a boyfriend. I can just be like, I'm just not interested, don't talk to me. And nothing makes me more hard than, telling a man no.
Well, look at you using big words. When did you learn that word? It must have been pretty recent. However you might feel about her, she's a dancer, you see? And to be honest, it must be one of those, maybe professional type of dancing, because I've never seen Paul going all the way into the ceilings in a dancing studio before. But hey, the important thing is she learned a new word. And she might even end up using that word if you only have $1 bills. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.